Cookies and jelly beans and tots and tutti fruities or whatever, I don't know. We have arrived at the Three Lochs Drive. Isn't that a drive? I don't know. I'm running out of rhymes. Anyway, we're here and it's nice and we're going to go up here and get some views. There's three lochs, Loch Achray, Loch Venator and Loch Drunkey. I think that loch's steaming. Lochinroach.
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 Scottish Gaelic.
Back there.
R-E-I-O-D-T-H-E. Roach. It appears that since our last encounter with the local Scottish native table stick insect, they've migrated to this area.
And they've evolved.
To a higher form.
Now.
Could these be crude weapons that they've crafted to battle one another? We will never know.
Now behind me you can see, this is a viewpoint at the entrance to the actual drive, and you can see the hills behind me. You can't see them at the moment, but over that way will be views of Benan and Benvenue, or Benvenue as some people would like to say. So, on a clear day like this, it just looks panoramic and stunning.
Do come here at night, be working well, bringing up 44.
Potentially.
Potentially, there are a lot of cars coming. And it gets incredibly dusty the closer you get to the summertime. Oh, what's up here? Fucking metre temporarily out of order. Oh no.
Oh well, that means that legally then it's free.
There are quite a few camping places up here, you reckon?
Yes, well you can camp at Loch Venator and you can also camp at Loch Achray. If you go to the Loch Lomond Forestry Scotland site, you'll be able to get a site booking from there.
That's the wee locking trail right there.
Lochinroach.
Aye.
There's three areas, A, B and C, normally. That one was occupied.
So where are we heading to, Unicorn?
Loch Drunkey.
Loch Drunkey. As you come along in your transport, whether you're driving, you can stop at a lot of wee places and just go and explore a trail. And there are plenty of trails marked, and there are plenty of trails shown on the board as you can as well.
Yeah, although it's the Three Lochs Forest Drive, you can walk it and you can cycle it as well, because there are many trails, as the bear says, that lead off into the forest itself, that you can walk or that you can cycle. And this actually formed part of the National Cycle Route at one point as well. National Cycle Route 7, as we have mentioned before.
I advise you bring a Ford Model T, because they were designed for these kind of roads.
For sure.
Because that was all they had back then.
I'm just going to pull in a wee bit because there's a vehicle coming behind us and it's coming in quite fast.
You're only supposed to drive at 10 mile an hour on this road, but I suppose nobody really cares.
And it looks like they've actually stopped. Oh, here they come. there's some of the dust that I mentioned, imagine that 10 times worse. So if you come, just be prepared to give your car a wash as well.
And if you're walking, hold your breath.
Aye, the people on the right there that were parked in there, they're eating sandwiches with all that dust flying around.
I was pointing more at the fact they had the Tyrannosaurus Rex motif on their door.
Oh, is that what that was? Mm-hmm. Here comes another car behind us, it's gone in it. Well, just pulling over and letting them by.
It's one of these things, and you come here into the drive and then you just drive so quickly that I don't think anyone actually sees anything half the time.
No, they just want to do a quick rally stage.
It's like coming in and shoom, that's it, they're at the other end.
And you may be seeing it, but come in and explore it for yourself.
There's still some haulage work and stuff like that going on because October to March is the time when the Forestry Commission and Forestry Scotland do all of their clearance work. And there's a lot more of it to do this year because of the big storm that we had.
Make some tables out of
Now that we're in May, there's still unfinished work going on.
Mm-hmm.
that. Just for the record, because it's all native wood, all of the trees that get cut down because of things like illness or being knocked down by wind get turned into a nice coffee table or something. Because it's good wood. That's part of why they tell you to drive at 10 mile an hour as well.
Yeah.
Imagine how many of them are going to leave here with banged up fender.
The bear and the yak were saying earlier on, it would have been maybe a good day to bring our bandanas.
So if it closes at 4 PM and the picking machine isn't working, how do you get a code to come back in?
You don't. I would hope not, but it says that the gate closes at 4 PM, so I reckon we should be back out by 4 PM just in case.
You unlock the gate and then go out yourself and then lock it again, courteously. That's probably not what happens, but there you go.
I don't know, it's a night in the car, unicorn.
Yeah, thinking that a night in the car until it opens again at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Suffered worse. I'm sure we would survive.
And you would think because of the way the road is that a lot of people wouldn't bring their cars in here. And a lot of people that have got maybe, let's call it mid-range to high-end cars wouldn't come in here, but it's absolutely surprising what comes in here.
I remember seeing a Porsche or something once. Not even one of the SUVs either. I don't think they were out at the time.
And although I'm sure there's roads, forest roads like this that are allowed to get through in other countries, Scotland's absolutely full of them and they're hidden gems.
And very, very bad for your wheel arches if you drive too fast.
A wee hint to the yak there to slow down a wee bit. Or, as others would say in proper English, slow down a little bit.
Huh?
See, there's a trail going up there to the left.
Camping zone.
Camping zone. There is a camping area. Oh, as we say, there's a few camping areas, but there's a place further down here where it does have toilets and all the rest of it.
The toilets are about halfway along the Loch Drunkey Trail. So you park up and about halfway along that trail. There are three trails. There's three trails that are mentioned on the map. One is you go to the Loch Drunkey car park, and then the toilets are about halfway along the trail that goes from there.
Look at that for a lovely view. Isn't that so pretty?
I'm sure there's more where that came from further ahead.
It's a shame you can't get a wee bit of valley in.
Yep. But, oh well. Roll the wind up.
There you go, imagine camping around here. Absolutely lovely.
Stopped here at the wee Loch Drunkey car park, which has got like a picnic area, it's got toilets, and a wee bit more about the actual history of the place. The drive itself, the Three Lochs Forest Drive, was opened in 1977, and it was to celebrate the Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee at the time. But the actual estate here has been here for decades, centuries even. It supposedly dates back to the Neolithic area, and then all the trees and everything, as we've already previously mentioned in our videos before, have developed through erosion, winds, landslides, glaciers. And the actual path was built in the 19th century for the Duke of Montrose, who owned the land, for easier access to his estate. And then it got updated in Victorian times for all of the Victorian visitors that would then come to the place, attracted by, as we have also previously mentioned, Sir Walter Scott's novel of The Lady of the Lake. So let's go and see some more of this lovely wee park and drive. We're on the Loch Drunkey Trail, and it's marked by these green markers, so just keep your eye on them and you won't get lost. Bench, little bench.
the road we came down. That at the moment a 4x4's going over. They've got the right idea.
I can see a wee orange tent over there. That must have been one of the camping sites that we saw, as the Act has just mentioned, on the road that we came in.
I think the unicorn's colourblind because that's a red tent.
Looks orange to me. Anyway, it's coming in this way. You may see it through the trees, so you couldn't see it before. Got our own version of Kick the Can. It's called Kick the Cone.
Do they play Kick the Can anywhere else other than Scotland?
I have no idea. Yak, do you know if they play Kick the Can anywhere other than Scotland?
What?
Do you know if they play Kick the Can anywhere other than Scotland?
I don't know.
Mm,
I
don't
wasn't
know.
alive when
We
Kick the
could
Can
Kick
was
the Cone,
cool.
no. Cone kicker.
It's very quiet today, we're lucky. It's never really very busy, but sometimes we've got quite a lot of people walking along. And because it's so spread out with all the different routes, it does help.
7 miles. 7 miles in total of the trail itself, and then all the other wee bits and pieces that branch off of it.
It all adds up.
Mm-hmm. You definitely need at least a day if you're going to do all of it.
Yeah.
You could bring your bike in the back of your car if you wanted to do it that way as well.
Yeah. Bring the bike in the front of your car if you want.
I've never seen anyone do it with a bike attached to the front of their car. And if you're lucky enough, you might catch an osprey fishing.
It's got its rod and reel at the ready.
Yeah. Or if you're very lucky, you might see a red squirrel.
Sorry, Unicorn, I couldn't resist that wee silly joke.
That's fine.
An osprey with a rod and reel.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any local Scottish native cave crows.
Do they come this far?
Maybe.
I thought they were more along the kind of Loch Fenwick area.
Just to say.
Right, yeah. Maybe some have migrated. Maybe trying to adapt to their habitat.
We've got a lovely view into the wider expanse of Loch Duncan.
I think you can really hear that many birds today. It's very strange. Maybe my ears are just not.
No, it has been quiet.
And the only other ones I've seen today was that little, I don't know what that was.
Wee robin,
Robin and the other one.
a wee sparrow type thing, or was it a finch? Wee green finch or something? Just walking along, you climb down the bank, you'll find a lovely wee place to sit. We may only have time to do one of the trails today,
This one.
this one. There are another two, maybe. One of them would too strenuous for me, but I'm pretty sure the bear in the Yak will tackle that for you. We've come to a junction in the path. Now, The green marker here on the left will take us back up the hill and hopefully back round to the car park. But you can carry on along this path here, which will take you further along the banks of Loch Drunkey. Not sure where it'll end up, but feel free to take it. We're going up this way though.